Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the episode 2 of the Gaming Network podcast. Sorry it's taken a while. I've had a bit of trouble with the microphone. The first time I tried to record the podcast, I had my microphone. Well, I have this thing where my laptop eventually just the sound doesn't play and everything crashes that uses audio. So the web browser, the Skype, the TweetDeck, basically everything that uses sound crashes. And eventually Windows crashes itself, so I had to restart, comes back on. But anyway, next time I tried to record it, I was having a party next door, so I didn't want too much background noise. And if I do have a lot of background noise in this one, I apologise, but I'm just going to go straight for it. The reason I might have background noise is because I'm using a normal microphone now instead of a headset to, in a way, make it sound better, but also it will make it sound worse if there's a lot of noise. But I will eventually get like a studio one to record my podcast in a quiet room or whatever. But for now, this is what we're using. Anyway, to the actual podcast itself, I'm going to be speaking about a few things because I've got a lot to catch up on. I'm going to be talking about the main things, not the little tiny things. So yeah. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm making it a video as well, so people can watch it on YouTube. And I will probably make this regularly now, so it's out to a wider audience. Anyway, to the podcast eventually. You'll all probably have heard of Anonymous. If not, I don't know where you've been. Anonymous said that they were going to attack Sony directly by going to the stores and boycotting all their products and taking it back so they lose money. I think that was meant to be done on the 16th, and every Sony store was meant to be sold out, closed up, everything. But tell me if I'm wrong, all I heard of was one Sony store closing and a guy just sat there in a mask and nothing else. I think one shop got smashed up by a couple of windows, but that's just some crazy idiot, I don't know. But Anonymous is practically dead to me, unless they take down PSN again like they did the other time, which seriously did my head in, because they were attacking the people, they were attacking the players, not Sony. Anyway, that's just one thing that I wanted to talk about, so I'm just gonna put that. Okay, in big news, in the past 2 days, the Wii 2 has been rumoured / it hasn't been announced, but rumoured, talked about, featured, whatever. I get most of my sources from N4G, so if something blows up, I'll hear about it. So the Wii 2 has been having a lot of rumours about it. It's going to have a ATI graphics card, I don't know, but the graphics card that they're talking about having in it is from 2008. Now, don't get me wrong, but Nintendo, I think they've been in debt since 2008, I'm not 100% sure, but they've either lost in money since 2008. Now, why would they bring out a console that has hardware from 2008, which is about similar to the 2005, 2006 PS3 Xbox area? Why would they bring it out now when in 1 or 2 years Sony is going to bring out, Sony and Microsoft probably are going to bring out their next gen consoles, and then Nintendo will be left behind again for about 3 or 4 years, then they'll bring out another one to catch up, so they're going to lose. Then it eventually going to be a kids console again, like the Wii now. Now, it's not called the Wii 2 as of yet, we don't know that, but all this may be a total piece of crap, it may be true, it may be false, you don't know until, not going to know until E3. In E3 this is going to be a big event, so much is going to happen. Okay, now I'm sure you all know of DICE. If you don't know DICE, you'll know Battlefield. If you know Battlefield, you probably know Battlefield 3. And they've said that they've maximised the power that the consoles can give. So PS3 and Xbox have apparently maximised the power for their game. I think that's total crap. Total piece of crap. Total bollocks. Mind my French. Because, well, I can understand that it could maximise to some extent. I can imagine it maximising in on the Xbox, definitely, with its triple core processor. Because it's older technology, as I said. Definitely maximise the Wii. But yeah, I can't see it maximising. I can see it maximising the PS3, but not pushing it to its limits, if you get me. So it's still got unlocked talent under those sheets, I'd say, for the PS3. And PC is meant to be the best version. Yeah, I can see that happening for 100% because it's a PC. You know, I mean, you can upgrade it, you can put new hardware in it. You can't do that with consoles. And if they were to make it so you could change the hardware and stuff in consoles, it wouldn't be a console, it'd just be a PC, you know what I mean? There'd be no point in having them. So that's why consoles as they are now. So, if it's true with what they say that they've maximised the consoles, I'm a bit worried because it's a third-party title, and the third-party title is usually dumbed down by the Xbox because, you know, they can't handle as much. They can have 10 gig now on their new beta disc or whatever it is. But yet, I can see it taking out the full 100% power of the Xbox because it's triple core, whereas the PS3 has 9 cores. You know what I mean? Well, it's a cell processor, and it's got one GPU and one CPU and like 8 GPUs. I can't remember, but just think. I mean, I know the versions aren't going to be the same, but it can't maximise the PlayStation 3 because it's a third-party title. Unless they make a title exclusively for each console, so like from scratch, make a PS3 one from scratch and take tiny bits out of the other ones. But I can't see it taking 100% power of the PS3. I can see it taking 1000% out of the Xbox and making it Red Ring, but just have to wait and see in E3 and all the good stuff until it's released. It's released before E3, isn't it? Anyway, there was another decent bit of news, which was last week or the week before. It was last week, I think. And Google Chrome had been rumoured for the PlayStation 3. The PlayStation 3 browser, it does its job, but not as you'd expect. You'd expect a big, amazing, fast, beastly thing with 9 cores to fly around the internet, but they've brought out updates for it every now and again, but they can't update it quite like that because they haven't made it like that. They have to update it through a whole PS3 firmware update. So if the PS3 were to get Google Chrome, which I can see pretty likely, to be honest, not exactly the same version as the PC, obviously, but its own version, like just a web browser that's made by Google called Chrome. It'll be Chrome PS3 or something. I can see that happening, and I think it would be really good, really helpful if Google could do that for us because of the PS3 browser being, let's say, heavy. I think the browser's a bit too heavy on itself. Sometimes when I'm watching the iPlayer or 4OD, it says not enough memory. So you exit the web browser, bring it back up, it works fine. It's just having millions of tabs, so it just opens a lot of tabs, and you don't know. because it doesn't show you unless you press triangle, go to tabs. You don't really you don't notice it. So it's got a few tabs open and it just says run out of memory, you have to close it. But that's the main problem I've had. It's got better, 100%. It has got better, but not good enough. With Google Chrome, it would always work because it's Google, and they're good for their software. And Google Chrome is, well, I think used mostly by used a lot more than any other browser. Well, Internet Explorer probably most used, but Microsoft usually tries to force you to use it. But myself, I use Firefox, or is it Opera or Opera, I think. Yeah, I use Opera more than Firefox though, because my Firefox is the beta one and it just lags a lot. But on to the biggest news that there was last week, GeoHot and Sony settlement. Then the case was settled, nothing was made about it. I think there was one thing that they agreed on. I think Sony still gets their GeoHot's IP addresses. Sony dropped the case. I think they should just carry that all the way. Get some laws down here. I don't know 100% on this, but the case has been settled. GeoHot's not getting sued billions. All the money got donated to him, that he donated it to charity or something. I don't know. Read it up yourself, because I can't remember, it was last week. Now this is my big story. Should have like segment noises, sounds like big story or something like that. Like, you get it. But yeah, Portal 2. I am going crazy waiting for this game. I cannot wait. Right, next week it is. I can't wait to. I'm getting on PS3. Sorry, PC. PC, it's out in 2 days, I think. If this uploads on the right time. So it's out on the 19th. Today's the 17th. PS3 comes out on the 21st because I'm in the UK. So I'm gonna get it then and play with my Steam friends. If you didn't know that PS3 can play with Steam now, it can on this game. With the Steam compatibility, connectivity even, you can, play with your Steam friends on the PS3, and you can invite them to games, play co-op, chat to them whilst you're playing Portal 2. You do this by pressing select and it brings up the Steam menu, and just as you would normally. I think this is a brilliant feature. I've already got my friend lined up. He's getting it on PC, so he's going to get it before me, but we're playing through the co-op together. Obviously knowing Valve, the servers will be up and running the exact day it's released, so I'm going to try and get some of the story done, play a bit of co-op, finish the story, play more co-op, and I'm pretty sure the DLC that's going to come out is just going to be like totally awesome. It's going to bring out new puzzles and stuff. I played the first one. I got it free because Steam was giving out this free offer where you just get Steam free, Portal free. So I went on Steam, signed up. That's when I signed up and downloaded Portal, and I loved it. So now I want number 2. Now, what I want to talk about now is with Steam being able to work with, the PlayStation. It's not going to be like that for the Xbox. The Xbox doesn't get this feature because Valve even promised that the PS3 version would be the best console version. But what I want to see now is nearly all all third-party games, or at least all Valve games, to work like Portal 2 does. So if the new Half-Life came out and it came out on consoles and PC, and it came out for PS3, and you could play online together, and Team Fortress 3 or something like that. It would be pretty cool to invite your PC friends. I'm glad that the gaming industry is lifting the limitations, letting you play with other people. Valve have done an amazing job to get all this working. Valve and Sony Computer Entertainment. You guys have done what some people thought was impossible. I thought it was impossible until obviously I heard about it. Also, with the PS3 version, you get a free PC version. Now that sounds brilliant. That's why I call my friend crazy, because he's getting it for PC and he's got a PS3 at the same time. So I was like, well, why don't you get the PS3 version, because you get the PC one with it. He's like, oh, it's cheaper. I was like, oh, fair enough, because it's like £10 cheaper. So with that, I'm going to end up this podcast. If you need, if you want to join me on this podcast from now on, I'm getting some Skype. I've got the Skype call recording software. So if you want to join me and make a podcast, just one episode. If you want multiple episodes permanently, just hook me up. And my Skype name is Mr. Malro, so it's Mr. Malro, Malro. You could also contact me on the YouTube if you're on the YouTube, and on Podomatic. You've got to be pretty knowledgeable about the news. You got to fight your own opinions. You can be an Xbox player, you can be a PS3 player, you can be a Wii player, or whatever you want. Just going to take a little break. I'll be back in a few seconds. Right guys, I'm back. I was just making sure I can get messages through my inbox on my email, stuff. So if you send me a message on YouTube, Podomatic, I think you can. You can join me on the podcast when you want. I'd like someone to fight opinions against, give me your opinions. If you agree on my opinions, even better. But yeah, so if you have any suggestions for the podcast, just let me know. What I'm thinking of doing is making it so it's, when I record the podcast, it will be live on Justin TV or Ustream, and you can watch me do the podcast live, or you can watch it later and download it later as well, and I'll be able to upload that one to YouTube, and then this one to the Podomatic and the Facebook and all that good stuff. Anyway, I don't want to keep you all, so hook me up on those, and yeah, the Justin TV username, let's get it up, Justin TV, and the username is the Mr. Malro, so it's TheMrMalro, no spaces, just one word. Okay guys, if you also, one more thing, sorry. If you want to follow us on Facebook, we have a Facebook page. It's facebook.com/The Gaming Network, and you can follow us on the podcast updates and all that good stuff. Okay guys, I guess I'll see you later.